welcome to a new episode of my channel. You realize I renamed the channel from what to buy to what you want. The reason is I realized that it's not about what people telling you which watch you should wear. It's more about the watch you want, and this is what you should get on my channel. So I renamed the channel, and as promised, after the unboxing without any speech, just with music, now we are coming to the in-depth presentation of this beautiful Submariner homage copy, you may call it, the Steinhart Ocean One 39 green. If it was a Rolex, you would refer to this model as the Kermit. First of all, what were the impressions right out of the box? Well, first, the box itself. I mean, it's pretty standard, but still, it's smooth. It feels like real leather. Is probably synthetic. Yeah, it's just a nice presentation box, but this is not what's interesting as right now. So I put this away and we concentrate on this watch. Right out the box, I was just, I mean, honestly, somehow overwhelmed. I mean, we all know this design of this watch, and let me clean it, but it's really nice. This green bezel, it has a nice weight to it. The bracelet is pretty good, and the clasp also feels nice and secure. And you know, I compared it in my mind to the Devosa Ternos diver I had in Assault, and I tell you, this feels like more quality. I'm not joking, this feels simply better. But let's get into details. We have the case. The case is brushed and polished. You see the sides, they're polished. The same we have with the bracelet, brushed and polished. It has a diameter of 39 millimeters. And this is actually, I measured it only from bezel to bezel. If you measure it from case side to case side, you get something like a 38 millimeter. The lock width is pretty standard, making it easy to find replacement straps. It's 20 millimeters, and the thickness of the case is 13. It's of course not made out of 301, 302, 303, 304. It's just actually useless to say, but it's made out of 316L steel, which we always compare to the 904L steel, I think it is, used with the Rolex sports models, and it makes a huge difference. It's not as shiny as those 904L steel bracelets, but it's still very nice. The bezel insert is made out of aluminum, and you have this bottle green. I mean, it depends on how the lights reflects on its surface. It can look a little bit darker, almost like blackish, and if you have the light on it, it's a real bottle green. And well, the watch, if you're thinking about, well, it's maybe too small for me. I mean, I'm wearing this 42 millimeter Fortis, which is a big watch, and I mean, just look at them side by side and you see, okay, the diameter is way smaller, but the case is not that small. And the reason for that is it has quite long lugs. So the long lugs make it actually also sit quite good on my 7-inch wrist. You see? I don't think there's a problem at all wearing this watch. I mean, I have smaller watches right now in the collection. You might have seen the unboxing of the Seiko NXS, I think it's called, and it's way smaller. And this 39 millimeter watch really wears nicely also on a not so small 7-inch wrist because of this really relatively long lugs. What else is to say? If you look at the steel case back, you can see the seahorse and Neptune riding on his carriage. Actually a nice detail. I always like if there's something going on the back of watches, like also the Fortis, it has this Ross Cosmos thing going on. You see here, always like this. So the crystal is sapphire crystal with the double anti-reflective coating on the interior. It has a date magnifier. It's like almost 2 times. It's definitely less than the Rolex magnification level and less than the Devosa Ternos magnification level. The bracelet, as already mentioned, it feels really nice and solid, not wobbly at all. It has 20 millimeters here and tapers down to 16, which is a really nice touch. Also compared to the Devosa, who only tapers to 18 millimeters. So it really feels a little bit more refined, and you can see it on the wrist. And I will include in this video several other videos to get some kind of real life footage. So yeah, I really like the way it tapers. And again, it has it has screws, yeah, really nice screws. It's easy to size the bracelet. I mean, push pins, if you're not as like lazy as I am, you won't have problems with push pins, but I think screws I like them more. I mean, they're secure as far as I'm concerned, so I like screws more. You have also those 4 micro adjustments here and another micro adjustments level there. You could, I think, yeah. So it's easy actually to size the watch. The clasp is also very nice. The action, you can hear it. Of course, it's polished here, so it's getting scratchy. I'm wearing this for 2 weeks and I have a lot of scratches, but the way I mean, it's brushed here, and the way they polished it here, and they included their Steinhart logo is very nice. And you can also find the Steinhart logo on the clasp mechanism here itself. So just a second. There you go. Very nice touch. Yeah, the bezel, 120 clicks, and a very, very nice action, and very loud. I mean, let's compare it to the Fortis. Just listen, 120 clicks. Pretty easy to operate. This one feels like not so easy, but yeah, it's one of the nicest clasps, bezels I ever experienced. I mean, it's pretty loud and it's precise. Actually, centers nicely. There's not a big wobble, actually almost no wobble there. It's, in my opinion, almost as good. No, it is as good as the Rolex Submariner. I will get a lot of hate probably for this video. I never had a Rolex Submariner, but I tested it out several times. I mean, tested it out at authorized dealers, and I tell you, there were issues with the bezel. One of the Submariners was found where the bezel didn't really center on the 12-hour marker, and they said, oh, no problem, we can fix that. Yeah, probably you can fix that, but I'm not buying a watch around like $8,000 or more where there are some issues. You know, I can accept issues buying this thing, but not issues buying something that is $8,000. So the bezel action, I don't know what people have problems with it. I have no problems at all. I mean, very, very good. I'm really surprised, didn't expect that. The dial, it has applied markers, but some quality control issues. I will show you the magnification. There you can see that you have, the lume isn't really filled within all those indices, and there are some small gaps you can only see if you look at it very thoroughly or under magnification. And yeah, those are quality control issues that Steinhart probably should address. The indices are filled with BGW9 Superluminova. It's not that great. Don't expect like a shiny beast in the dark. Then you should probably go for a Seiko. And what I also realized that the markers and the markers has a different kind of lume color than the hands and the lume pip. What else is to say? It's a diver's watch, so it has a water resistance that is pretty good. In this case, you have 30 ATM, which is more or less 300 meters of water resistance. The movement inside this watch is an ETA 2824-2, or I'm not sure, because on my manual it says, I can show you, you can have a look at it, so maybe you can help me out in the comments. There it says the Steinhart Ocean 139 Grün, which is green, and it says SW200, which is a Sellita clone of the EDA 28242 or 28242. So I'm not sure which one is actually in this watch. As far as I'm concerned, both models are used in the Elaboré alternative, so it's not the base standard. It's a little bit better than base standard, and you can look it up on Steinhart's website, and it has a power reserve of 41 hours, and yeah, it's fairly accurate. I have it like in 1 week it was running like 5 to 6 seconds plus, which is in my opinion pretty accurate, and to my standards it's just okay. Yeah, just another look at the watch on my wrist. To sum it up, I'm really happy having bought this watch. I thought I would be tired of wearing homage watches or copies of the Submariner design, but somehow this really got me because of its bezel, color, and the fact that it is a little bit smaller than the other homages out there. And I tell you, you won't go wrong with it. You really appreciate the way it looks on your wrist, and if you have this itch of getting another homage, go for this one. It's 390 euros. In my opinion, it's underpriced. I think, especially comparing it to Seiko's and comparing it to other micro brands, I would say this could be easily sold for around 500 euros. This is just my personal opinion, because I'm really happy with the quality. I mean, it's nothing special. Yeah, I'm aware that it's not original. Yes, I'm aware of that. But you get for 390 euros a very nice watch with screwed bracelet, bracelet with screws, 30 ADM water resistance. You get a nice bezel action. You get a very decent clasp and bracelet, and yeah, you get a watch that you can rely on. So far, I can really recommend this. At this point, I want to thank you all for watching this video, for supporting my channel. Having almost 200 subscribers right now is really a pleasure, and it really motivates me to continue with this channel. So if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, leave some comments below, or subscribe. Thanks.